Diddy, the king who burned his own empire. Part 1. The Crown and the Climb. Sean Diddy Combs wasn't just a music executive. He was a cultural movement. In the 1990s and 2000s, he represented a new kind of mogul, flashy, fearless, and everywhere at once. Whether it was music, fashion, television, or liquor, Diddy wasn't behind the scenes. He was the scene. But what happens when the mogul becomes bigger than the empire he built? And what happens when that empire begins to rot from the inside? This isn't just a scandal. It's a decades-long collapse, masked by fame, protected by power, and now unraveling in public. If you're into stories about icons who rose fast and fell hard, hit that like button, subscribe to Legacy Lost, and let's keep exploring what fame leaves behind. Before the lawsuits, before the raids, before the whispers turned to headlines, there was the rise. From intern to icon. In the early 90s, Diddy was a hungry 20-something interning at Uptown Records. He wasn't born into music royalty. He earned every rung he climbed. His energy was unmatched. His vision, crystal clear. He scouted talent, shaped artist images, and pushed the boundaries of what hip-hop could look and sound like. But ambition comes with a price. By 1993, Diddy was fired from Uptown. Too bold, too disruptive. So he launched Bad Boy Records. And within a year, he struck gold. Enter Biggie Smalls. The notorious B.I.G. became the flagship artist of Bad Boy. Together, Biggie and Diddy reshaped East Coast hip-hop. Biggie brought the bars. Diddy brought the branding. Tracks like Juicy and Big Papa didn't just play, they shifted the culture. Diddy positioned himself as more than a label head. He was in music videos, award shows, commercials. He remixed tracks. He wore the suits. He danced in the back. He was the brand. By the mid to late 90s, Bad Boy wasn't just a label. It was a lifestyle. Faith Evans, Mace, Total. Every release was a hit. The image, luxury, champagne, private jets, shiny suits. It was hip-hop's version of Wall Street Flash. And Diddy was ringing the bell. But even at the peak, there were warning signs. Diddy's obsession with control, rumors of intimidation, and the quiet exits of artists who didn't play by his rules. Part 2. Control, chaos, and consequences. Success didn't slow Diddy down. It accelerated everything. The deals, the headlines, the ego. But with that speed came chaos. And beneath the gloss, a darker reputation started to take shape. The Club New York shooting. In 1999, Diddy and then-girlfriend Jennifer Lopez were at Club New York when shots rang out. 3 people were injured. Diddy and Lopez were arrested. The charges? Weapons violations and bribery. The public watched as hip-hop's kingpin faced real jail time. But when the dust settled, Diddy walked free. His bodyguard was acquitted. And Shine, the young rapper who'd taken the fall, was convicted and sentenced to 10 years. His career? Gone. Diddy's? Untouched. It was the first public glimpse of a pattern. Diddy surrounded by violence. Others taking the hit. The NDA era. As Diddy's empire grew, so did the rumors. Former employees, backup dancers, models, girlfriends, people who once orbited the mogul quietly vanished, often after settlements, NDAs, or abrupt career shifts. The whispers were always the same. He's not who you think he is. He controls everything. He doesn't let people go. He makes them disappear. Some saw it as obsession with excellence. Others saw manipulation, fear, and emotional warfare dressed up as business strategy. The bad boy lifestyle. From the outside, Diddy's life was a dream. Ciroc deals, Sean John clothing, Revolt TV, yacht parties with Pharrell, commercials with Jay-Z. He dated Cassie Ventura, a rising R&B singer. Their relationship became tabloid fuel. 11 years of photos, luxury, red carpets, and private jets. But Cassie's music slowed. Her image faded. People asked, why isn't she releasing albums anymore? Why is she always with him? No one had the answers then, but they were coming. Part 3. Lawsuits, raids, and the empire cracks. The whispers became a roar in November 2023. Cassie filed a civil lawsuit against Diddy. After more than a decade of silence, the 35-page complaint was a gut punch. She alleged a pattern of emotional abuse, physical beatings, forced sex with other men while Diddy watched, drugging, and threats to her safety if she ever left. She claimed he paid her hundreds of thousands over the years to stay quiet. She claimed he once forced her into a hotel room and raped her. It wasn't a tabloid headline, it was a legal document. And Diddy? He settled the lawsuit in under 24 hours. His team insisted it wasn't an admission of guilt, but everyone else saw it for what it was: a billionaire trying to kill a wildfire with money. And it didn't work. The collapse begins. In the weeks that followed, more lawsuits were filed. 4, then 5, then 6. Men and women, anonymous and named, all alleging years of abuse, coercion, drugging, and manipulation. One claimed he was groomed. Another said he was threatened with a gun. Another claimed Diddy forced him into sex acts under threat of losing his career. And then came the feds. The Homeland Security raid. On March 25th, 2024, Homeland Security agents stormed Diddy's homes in Los Angeles and Miami. Tactical vests, guns drawn, jet fuel trucks swarming his private plane. It wasn't just a media circus, it was a federal operation. Homeland Security investigations said the raids were linked to a human trafficking investigation. They didn't mention Diddy by name, but they didn't have to. Social media exploded. Celebrities stayed silent. Diddy released a statement denying all wrongdoing, calling it a witch hunt, but it was already too late. Part 4. The legacy crumbles. By April 2024, the fallout was everywhere. Ciroc paused campaigns. Revolt TV issued public statements. Former collaborators, even ones who'd once called Diddy family, went dark. Some unfollowed him. Others deleted old photos. Behind the scenes, brand deals evaporated. A reported Hulu documentary on his life was shelved. Rumors swirled that more criminal charges were coming. The man who once seemed untouchable now looked isolated, defensive, and fragile. Diddy tried to hold on. He posted Instagram videos from tropical beaches. He walked through mansions. He played unreleased music. But the energy had changed. Comments were brutal. Engagement was down. The bad boy for life era was over. People started revisiting his entire career, the Club New York shooting, his fallout with Shine, the broken careers of former bad boy artists, the Making the Band footage, where he pushed young artists to exhaustion. It all looked different now, like warning signs we ignored. He had always branded himself as the mogul, smart, stylish, powerful. But if even half the allegations were true, that power came from intimidation, not inspiration. Diddy wasn't just accused of crimes, he was accused of building a lifestyle around control and using wealth and celebrity to silence victims. He hasn't been charged, he hasn't been arrested, but his legacy, it's already on trial. You can't dance your way through federal raids, you can't remix your way out of a decade of lawsuits, and you can't spin public sympathy when the entire culture sees you differently. So who is Sean Diddy Combs now? A pioneer, a predator, a man at war with the empire he built? One thing is clear, the era he ruled is gone. And the crown he wore? It might have been built on silence. If you want more deep dives into icons, empires, and downfalls, like this video and subscribe for new episodes every week.